Hello. It's always a pleasure to be out here to let someone know that there's more inside of you than you're expressing at the moment. There's absolutely more inside of you than you're expressing at the moment. I want to talk briefly on the topic perception. What is your perception about life? How do you see things? When you change the way you see things, the things you see will change. Absolutely. When you change the way you see things, then the things you see begins to change. People can say, oh, there are crises here and there. The pandemic has come with devastating, colossal damages in business and everywhere. But I want you to begin to see that crisis as an opportunity because that's what it is. When you change the way you see things, then the things you see will change. When your attitude outdistances your abilities in life, then even the impossible becomes possible. Because from the unseen, you will create the seen. From the unseen, you will create the seen. It's the power of visualization. If you can see it, you can seize it. If you can picture it, then you can capture it. But if you can't see it, then you can't seize it. If you can't picture it, then there's no way you can capture it. I want to let you know that your perception is key. You need to change your mindset about the way you see life. Marcel Proust would say the voyage of new discovery is not in gaining new ground, but in seeing with a new eyes. The voyage of new discovery is not in gaining new ground, but in seeing with new eyes. What is the implication of this? It is changing the way you see the things you see. Because you need to become more intentional about your intentions. You need to become more conscious about your consciousness. So when you begin to change the way you see things, then you begin to see a different perspective, a different dimension to what you see. But most importantly, I want you to realize that there's more inside of you than you are expressing. Charles Swindoll would say, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about it. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% what you do about it. So the question now is, what are you doing about the happenings of life? What are you doing about the things that are happening to you? It's not about what's happening at the White House, but it's more about what's happening in your house. I want you to realize that it is not greener on the other side of the field. No, come on, people. Get some common sense now. It is greener in the area where you water most. Wisdom. It is not greener on the other side. It is greener where you water most. So the question is, where are you watering most? You need to become more conscious of your consciousness. You need to understand what forms or makes the bulk of your activities per day. So you need to begin to trim them down. You have to practice what Les Brown calls OQP, only quality people. That's the power of association. So for you to begin to see life from a more positive direction, then you need to know who accompanies with you. Because who accompanies with you determines what accompany you. Who you surround yourself with determines what you can survive. I want you to realize that life is a decision. Life is a choice. So what are you seeing? How are you seeing what you're seeing? What picture can you create in your mind? I want you to become more positive about life. I want you to become more optimistic, enthusiasm with what you do. And that's the key to survival. It's not about what's happening, but it's more about what's happening inside of you. So you have to think about that. So don't follow the bandwagon to say, there are issues everywhere. There's economic downturn, or there's recession, there's inflation. No, those things can be happening. That's reality. But your perception is beyond your reality. Your perception is superior to your reality because your perception is your own reality. And if someone says there's an opportunity and sees the opportunity, that's what it is. If someone else sees that opportunity as crisis, that's what it is. I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson that said, the timid sees opportunities as difficulties, but the brave, the wise, sees difficulties as opportunities. The timid sees opportunities as difficulties, but the brave, the wise sees those difficulties as opportunities. Every problem is a business. When you put a solution out there, it will solve a problem. When that solution solves the problem, it becomes business for you. And when that business is added to value, then it becomes wealth for you. So get a line equation now. Problem plus business plus solution is equal to business. Business plus value that gives you wealth. So if you change the way you see things, the things you see will change. It's been a pleasant pleasure. Very own Triple E Ebulente Favison and exuberant coach Andy saying, it's in you. It's possible. When you put your eyes fixed to the sunlight, you can see the shadow. That was Helen Keller. God bless you. Remain blessed. Bye for now.